What is going on YouTube? Here with just a quick speed analysis video. As soon as Pokemon Sun and Moon first leaked, there were numerous amounts of comments about how slow the new Pokemon are. However, I've yet to see anyone talk about how slow they really are. So here we are. Something to note before we start is that legendary Pokemon will not be included in the analysis of this video, since they do nothing but give me headaches due to them causing outliers in my statistical data. Also, I'm not a big fan of legendaries personally. With that being said, let's get started. Or should I say, starters. For starters, the combined starter speed for Sun and Moon is roughly 50% slower than last generation's combined starter speed. On top of that, none of the Sun and Moon starters actually break the 100 speed stat barrier, which was broken in all of the other starters in previous generations by at least one Pokemon. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, the fastest starter is Decidueye with a base speed of 70. When your dad told you looks can be deceiving, I was right. Although Decidueye might look like Robin Hood, he really acts more like Ron Weasley's clumsy owl with that 70 base speed of his.
Well, that could be error with the post.
Blastoise is faster, and he's a turtle. Leaving this unhurried owl manner behind, this generation also features a weird trend of fully evolved Pokemon losing speed upon final evolution. First generation, we've seen this happen only once in Poliwrath in over 50 cases, whilst in Pokemon Sun and Moon it happened 7 out of 30 times, meaning that 23% of the new Pokemon that are yet unevolved will lose speed upon final evolution. That number goes up 35% if we don't include the Alolan forms. If that's not slow enough for you, get this. 40% of all the fully evolved, newly introduced Pokemon in Sun and Moon are below the 50 speed stat. X and Y only had 9.4% of its new Pokemon under 50 speed. By collecting the overall data for speed of all the newly, fully evolved Pokemon, the mean averages don't look like much of a difference in speed compared to other previous generations. However, they are rather misleading. The median is a much better measure for the average in my opinion, since the average can be traced back to a specific Pokemon. With this in mind, we find that the average Pokemon in speed for Gen 1 through 6 is Beedrill, while in Sun and Moon the average Pokemon is Beware. Since Beware is 25% slower than Beedrill, I conclude that Pokemon Sun and Moon is roughly 25% slower than the last 6 generations by median average. That's a pretty big difference if you ask me. I hope this video was at least somewhat entertaining and helped you see how slow Pokemon really are in the new generation. This has been it for the video. Cheers.